Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Before we start, I do want to mention two things. First of all, I'm sorry for the weird angle. I'm figuring some things out and I'll see how I can improve this type of video moving forward in the upcoming months. And the second thing that I want to mention, I had to turn off my AC to be able to film this, so just know that it is super hot. I'm just doing the best that I can, okay? So, that being said, let's proceed with picking July's TBR. My TBR jar kind of did me dirty last month. It picked some books that I unhauled because I wasn't in the mood to read them now or in the upcoming months. So, that being said, I really do hope that this time around is going to be better. So let's start picking the first book. Let's do a bit of a shake. And, the first book is, okay, In These Hollowed Holes. I don't think you can see that, but the first one is In These Hollowed Holes, which is this one right here. I actually started reading this book, I think in the winter, and then I don't know what happened because I read the first story from this one and then I didn't really continue reading it. Olivia Blake and ML Rio both have stories in this book, so I'm very excited to read those. I am expecting some dark themes. I also do want to see how these different authors are picturing the Dark Academia theme. So I am very excited to read this in the month of July. Okay. The second one is Before You Suffocate Your Own Full Self. I have to be honest, I have no idea what this book is about. I only know it's like orange or red. This is Before You Suffocate Your Own Full Self by Danielle Evans. On the back it says, a college student's unplanned pregnancy forces her to confront her feelings of resentment towards her more privileged classmates. A father's misguided attempt to rescue a gift for his adult daughter magnifies all he doesn't know about her, and two teenage girls' flirtation with adulthood leads to disastrous consequences. Oh, we have multiple short stories. Okay. We'll see what the common themes are between them once I start reading this. This is fairly short. It's under 230 pages, so I think I will be able to read this as well. Let's see what else for the month of July. Okay. The third pick, They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. Okay, I really wanted to read this book. Hold on. Okay, so this is the third book. I really wanted to read this book because this author came out with the third installment from this series, and I don't know, my FOMO kicked in and I really wanted to see what this world of the They Both Die at the End series is. I don't really know that much about this book. I only know that the main two characters are supposed to die at the end. We'll see how that goes. So on the back of the book it says, on September 5th, a little after midnight, Deathcast calls Matteo and Rufus to give them some bad news. They're going to die today. Matteo and Rufus are total strangers, but for different reasons they both are looking to make a new friend on their end day. The good news, there's an app for that. It's called The Lost Friend, and through it Rufus and Matteo are about to meet up for one last great adventure to live a lifetime in a single day. So yeah, this is They Both Die at the End. I will see what I think about this one, but I'm sure I'm going to like it based on how the author talks about it, and then I really do want to read the other two books in this series as well. Let me try to pick one that's more towards the bottom of the jar. Let's see. The Guest by Emma Cline. I had to pick a book that I don't really want to read. I think it's down here. I think I bought this book because Dua Lipa's book club was talking about it at a certain point, and then I kind of forgot about it. So, on the back of the book, it says summer is coming to a close on the east end of Long Island, and Alex is no longer welcome. A misstep at a dinner party, and the older man that she's been staying with dismisses her with a ride to the train station and a ticket back to the city. With few resources and a waterlogged phone, but gifted with an ability to navigate the desires of others, Alex stays on Long Island and drifts like a ghost through the hedged lanes and the sun-blasted dunes of a rarefied world that is at last close to her. Propelled by desperation and a mutable sense of morality, she spends the week leading up to Labor Day, moving from one place to the next, a cipher leaving destruction in her wake. Taut, propulsive, and impossible to look away from, Emma Cline's The Guest is spellbinding literary achievement. For some reason, I thought this is supposed to be like some sort of mystery or thriller, but I guess it's more towards like contemporary literary fiction. I read Emma Cline's short story collection, I think it's called Daddy, and I think I have it. Can you see it? I think you can see it a bit. I have it right here in this stack of books. It's called Daddy. And I remember really liking some of the stories and her writing style. Some of them were more unique than others, let's say, but I do remember liking the specific writing style that she has. So yeah, we'll see how The Guest goes. And for the last pick for this month, let's see. Ooh, okay. A book that I actually want to read, Boulder by Eva Baltasar. So this is Boulder by Eva Baltasar. This is part of the triptych trilogy from this author. And I read the other two, Mammoth and... what's the other one? Mammoth and Permafrost, again on this stack of books right here. And I really, really like Eva Baltasar's writing style. She's able to really compose these very unhinged characters, and we as readers are just thrust into their world, and chaos ensues from there. So I'm very excited to read Boulder. I've had it on my TBR list for quite a while now. I just never felt like in the mood for it, but now because I have to read it, I'm finally going to get to this. So on the back of the book it says, a cook on a merchant ship comes to know and love Samsa, a woman who gives her the nickname Boulder. When Samsa gets a job in Reykjavik and the couple decides to move in together, Samsa declares that she wants to have a child now that they are settled. She is already 40 and she cannot bear to let the opportunity pass her by. Boulder is less enthused but doesn't know how to say no, and so she finds herself dragged along on a journey that feels as thankless to her as it is alien. With motherhood changing Samsa into a stranger, Boulder must decide where her priorities lie and whether her yearning for love can truly ever trump her yearning for freedom. In Boulder, Eva Baltasar again demonstrates her preeminence as a chronicle of queer voices struggling to be heard in a hostile world, and in language as brittle and beautiful as that of an ancient saga. I know what Eva Baltasar can create with her stories and with her words, and yeah, I'm looking forward to read Boulder by Eva Baltasar in the translation of Julia Sanchez. Okay, so these were all of the books picked by the jar, and if I'm looking at this stack, we don't really have fantasy here. I do really want to start The Way of Kings and to finish it sometime this year eventually. But this is a bigger read and I don't know if I'm in the mood to start that just yet. There's another book that I really want to get to sooner rather than later, and that is Victorian Psycho, a book that I recently picked up. If you watched my last reading vlog, you probably already saw me talk about this, but it's supposed to be this very eerie and atmospheric literary fiction, horror, gothic. I don't know how to describe it, but It sounds really interesting. It's set in England in the 1800s, and it's about this governess who is tormenting or terrorizing the children that she's supposed to take care of, I think. I'm not really sure on that one, but yeah, I really want to read this in the month of July. So I will be adding this to the list. Okay, so these are the books that I will be trying to read in the month of July. Please let me know in the comments down below what are the books that are on your TBR for this month. If you really want to read a book, or if you're in the middle of a series or whatever it might be, please let me know. I would like to know that. And yeah, that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That would help me out a lot. I'm really trying to hit 1K subscribers by the end of the summer, so we'll see. We'll see. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm gonna see you soon in a new video. Bye everyone.